Hey, what's up? I'm Beth and this is Star Makeup. It is time for another single Saturday video, and this week I thought we could play with some Sydney Grace shadows. So I've got my shadows in this palette here. These ones over here are actually the Looksy Beauty shadows. It's just these ones that are the Sydney Grace. I just got these pretty recently and I hadn't played with them yet, so I thought we could do that on this video. So if you would like to see what I thought of the Sydney Grace shadow formula, or if you would like to see how I created this eye look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm sure that I let you know in the intro, but just a couple of things. One, I am using one of the lenses that came with my camera that I've never used before. I've had my camera for about a year now, but I've only just used the one lens. So now that I know a little more about filming and my camera, I wanted to try to use one of the other lenses that came with it and just see what I think about it. So if anything is out of focus or wonky, I'm sorry, just bear with me. And then the other thing is we are going to play with some Sydney Grace singles today. So these ones over here are Looksy shadows. Okay, that was interesting. Thankfully no shadows broke. Wow, okay. Great palettes there, Anastasia Beverly Hills. Thanks. Okay, let me just put this back in here temporarily for right now. Okay, so these are Looksy. These are the Sydney Grace. I want to do a mainly purple look because I am obsessed with this purple. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at how gorgeous this shade is. I mean, it is so pretty. And then this shade is also so amazing, and I think they look so good together. So I'm going to do a look with those two shades. Most of the matte shades that I got are kind of neutral. I had picked these up when they did a sale that was kind of a continuation of their Black Friday sale. I guess they were things that like had sold out or something. So there were only certain products that were on sale. And these were the ones that I thought I would like. So, let's see here. Let me move some of these over so I can give you the shade names. So I'm gonna start off with this really deep brown with kind of a purple undertone to it. It's called Officer, and I'm going to pick that up on the Milani crease brush. Oh, and I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer today because I've never used Sydney Grace shadows before, and this is my favorite primer to use when I'm not familiar with a formula. So, make sure that I don't have any creasing because this primer does tend to crease on me. And I am going to start that in the outer corner of my eye. I cannot believe that the inside of that palette just fell out like that. That is so crazy. And I have like 6 of those empty magnetic palettes. I really hope that doesn't happen with any of the other ones. So I'm just blending the edge of this out a little bit. This is blending beautifully. So far, I am in love with these shadows. And I mean, I don't know how well you guys can tell, but like it definitely has a very purple undertone to it. I love it. Okay, so next I'm gonna use Haven, and I'm going to pick that up on a Lorella LC22. And this shade is like a really pretty kind of like soft lavender. I'm just going to use that to blend out that deeper shade. This looks so good. I am really, really loving these shadows. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up Drift, which is this like off-white shade. And I'm going to use this Wet n Wild brush that is from the Bretman Rock collection. And I'm just gonna go in with this just right here. Just to kind of blend that purple out a little bit and to give a nice brow bone highlight. I'm gonna go back with the Lorella brush and pick up more of Haven. And I'm just gonna go back in with this and re-intensify it a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back into Officer with the Milani crease brush again. And just go back in with that and re-intensify that. I am so in love with that shade Officer. It is so much more than I could have possibly imagined it would be. Okay, my battery is flashing at me, so I'm just going to switch that battery out, and then I will be right back and we can do the lower lash line and cut the crease. So I'm just gonna continue with this on the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna use the Milani crease brush and the shade Officer. Then I'm just gonna use that Lorella brush again and the shade Haven. And I think I'm just gonna use whatever is left over on this Wet n Wild Bretman Rock brush and just go around the edge. I'm going to use my NYX Glitter Primer and my ColourPop E3, and I'm going to spread that all across my lid. And then I'm just going to run the brush through my eye socket. I'm going to take the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH48, and I'm going to pick up that kind of aqua shade that I showed you. I will tell you what the shade name was after I get the shadows on. Oh my lord. Oh, do you see that? Ooh. That is so gorgeous. And it goes with these purples so well. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of pull that down at a diagonal. And then I'm gonna use the MOTD pigment packer. And I'm going to pick up that purple. For this brush being called a pigment packer, for some reason it is not picking the shimmer up real well. And I've used this brush with other shimmers before and never had a problem. I'm gonna leave a little spot on the outer part of my lid. I'm going to go back with that Milani crease brush, and I'm just going to tap that where I left that open space. And I'm just gonna try to kind of blend the matte and the shimmer together a little bit, just so that it's like, you know, a nicer transition between the two. And then I'm just gonna go back with that brush that I used with Haven. And just soften that line that I just made by adding that in. Okay, so this shimmer was called Mint Green, and the purple one is called Mythical. And then for my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this one. This is called Blue Mist, and it's one of those like beautiful iridescent shades. So it's basically like a white base, and then it's got a gorgeous like purple to blue shift. It is so pretty. And I also got one that is called Green Mist, and it's essentially the same thing, only green. So I'm going to use the Flat Precise eyeshadow from Profusion. This is just like a teeny tiny little flat brush. I really like using this for inner corner shades. So I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corner, and I'm also going to pull a little bit of it down onto the lower lash line. That is so pretty. I love it. Ooh, I really like these Sydney Gray shadows, like a lot. Okay, so I think I'm going to go off camera, recreate this on the other eye, throw on all my other details, and I will be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I love how this turned out. I had heard so many good things about Sydney Gray shadows and had wanted to try them for so long, and I am so glad that I did. These shadows are very pigmented. They blend out really easily. I definitely want to try more of the colored mattes and see how they are, because, you know, like I said, most of these shades are neutrals, and neutrals are a little easier to formulate than colored shadows. But I mean, I've heard fantastic things about just their shadows in general, so I imagine they're going to be fantastic too. But I believe they usually do like a really big Christmas in July sale. So if they do that again this year, I will definitely be taking full advantage of it. So I used the Glamlite Pizza Lashes. I used the Balm Mad Lash. In my waterline, I used the Maybelline Lasting Drama Light Liner in Moonlight Purple. And then on my lips, I have a combination of the Maybelline Color Sensational Shading Lip Liner in the shade Concrete Jungle. And the Give Me Glow. Yeah, these are one of the Vivid Lip Paints, and this is in the shade Werewolf. So yeah, I think that is going to be it for this week's Singles Saturday video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. If you do, ring the notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post a video, which is pretty much every day. You can hop over to Instagram and follow me over there. There will be a Singles Saturday playlist popping up, so feel free to check out any of my other singles videos. Everything will be listed in the description box down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.